Good evening, everyone who is wanting to look at this great conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn from your wherever you are through any online means. We are trying to bring that to you. I do not yet have the feed from our planetarium team, but it will be coming in very soon. We already have a huge number of people who are gathered there. In fact, our staff have been sitting up since I think 4 p.m. They have been there. They have set up the scopes and they probably have got the view also and showing it to public. Um, but just at the moment, I do not yet have the video feed, so it will take a while. And meanwhile, here is a view from yesterday, which our team had gone to Patodi, all the way to Patodi for a little less light polluted skies than from Delhi. And here, of course, a little bit overexposed view, but we can see the moons, four moons, one of them here, the other. We'll take a look at the simulated view to get an idea what these are and what these are and what these are. That's Saturn and that's uh, Rhea and Titan. And we'll take a look at the simulated view. This is yesterday. Yesterday this had been obtained, and a little less exposed image again from the same location, same team Nehru Planetarium at Patodi. This was the view which was obtained, so a little less exposure, got rid of the some of the other stars. A little less exposure would have shown these two very clearly, but may have got rid of. Already we got rid of the two moons of Titan over here. So I'm just checking if we about the live feed coming in. It has not yet come in. It will be coming in sometime soon. And uh, now I'm just flashing a simulated view, not a real view. And this is also not for today. This is for tomorrow. This is what is the great conjunction going to be. I'm just trying to overlay that image. There seems to be some delay in it. It will come. It probably will show up in a while. Oh, that's gone on the background. Let me just see if I can overlay that. Okay, I don't have the simulated view in overlay format. What I will now do is while we are waiting for um, okay, so we may as well just take a little look at the simulated views, and then from then onwards go on to, oh, so that's actually I had just kept it. Let's see what is this for. This was yesterday. No, yesterday. All right. So if hmm, so, we can see in the simulated view the stars that we saw yesterday's view. So Europa is on one side, Io, Ganymede, Callisto on the other side, and there's a star here. We'll come to this star a little later. And so this was yesterday. Oh, we've come back again to. Oh, all right. I'll just bring forth again the simulated view that we want. Let me take a look. I have actually put the limiting magnitude very high, and so we are just flooded with those very faint stars. And where are we now? All right. Oh, I should have locked it on Jupiter. Why did I not do that? Let me lock it on Jupiter. These are all simulated views, by the way. And so there we are. And because we are looking at yesterday's images, I thought we'll first take a look at some of the. Oh, I lost Jupiter there. And let me lock it again on Jupiter. Because we are looking at a number of images from yesterday before the live feed comes in. So I thought it will be nice if we just have a perspective of what we are seeing. So this is yesterday around 7 p.m. right? So Io is on one side, and we I lost Jupiter again, and there is this star HP 91140, and there's another star which I think was caught in the high exposure image of our planetarium team. These are the two stars. This is the view. And about Saturn, we have Rhea and Titan here. All right. So that's what we have in the simulated view. And so now let's get back to real views. Get to real views. So I'll remove this and I'll share some of the images which I have. Um, so once again, coming to that overexposed view earlier from Team Patodi. So these are the two stars that we saw in the simulated view, and so Io and Europa. Again, we have to check what was the order. Europa, Europa is this one, and then we have Rhea here, Titan here, and the overexposure is not allowing us to see much features of Jupiter and Saturn, and now a little less exposure, and so we are able to see the ring shape a little more clearly, and now let's move around in the country and see images from all around. But I'm still just checking whether the yeah, the planetarium link is going to come in soon, live link. So while we are waiting for the live link, um, it's going to be a few minutes. So let me just take you a little bit around in the country while we wait for that to come in. So this is from Leh, Doje Angchuk. He had taken this. These are all yesterday's views. So just remember the simulated view that we saw. And so this is, we are going now north. We were Delhi, then Leh, and all right. Now we are moving west. So this was from Jaipur, Sandeep Bhattacharya from Birla Planetarium, and so these once again somewhat light polluted surroundings in Jaipur, and but the view has captured the moons, and still we are in the west. So Mumbai, Rajesh from Nehru Science Center, NCSM, he has shared this view from yesterday. Once again, the moons and Saturn, and we are still west. So that's a little better view of Jupiter and Saturn, lower exposure, and we are not seeing the moons. This is from Pune, Anand Yalurkar from Pune, and now we move to Hyderabad, and one of the really wonderful images from yesterday which was shared, Ashish from Hyderabad. So a little bit of views of Jupiter and Saturn and the moons. So let me check here once again if the planetarium view is in live view. Yeah, it's just coming in. So that's the planetarium live view in now. Yes. So we'll look at some of the other images from yesterday in a while. So now, while this is the live view that we are getting, once again we can see now remember, this is not an image, this is a live view. So image at least had a little bit more of exposure, and some people have also done stacked images and so on, which presumably Ashish for instance would have had shared that image which showed up so clearly. And so we don't see so much of features in this live view. This is a video being taken here. Now let's I would not like to. We should have had gone to the simulated view before we got this for today. Which now I don't want to. I can share only one of these views. So right now, let us just keep to this. I will take a look at the simulated view and then report back to you what it is like. So let me do that, huh? So that we can compare the two. All right. So we are still close to, okay. So I'll just keep it for the time that we are seeing now. And so one interesting thing today, a change from yesterday, is that at this stage when we are looking at it, all the four moons are on one side for Jupiter. For Jupiter, all the four moons are on one side, and extending that line, actually, we are also seeing one star. Strangely enough, it has actually lined up exactly with the four moons. And actually, not four moons. We are seeing only three moons now. Why is that? That's really something very interesting. We are seeing three moons of Jupiter lined up on one side. And if we are getting much better views from captured images and stacked images, we will see that we may be seeing four objects one side of Jupiter. Hello, Valchinder from Planetarium. Yeah, nice to see you. And you are, I mean, a COVID warrior, and you are come to share in this. So, Yeah. Now, actually, as you can see, we have the views from um, the Tinmurti Lawns 8-inch telescope, and we have the uh, views of Jupiter. Some moons are visible in this view, and I was just talking about the fact that okay, okay. So I was talking about the fact that we have three of the moons lined up on one side of Jupiter today, and there is one more object in the same line. Okay, so we have, I think, just lost the stream for some reason, and maybe I will take this time. No, no, we haven't lost the stream. We are just our team is just adjusting the exposures and so on. So let's continue to take a look at what we are seeing, and uh, the three moons which we will see lined up, and they are on the same side as where Saturn is. Three moons of Jupiter lined up there. And strangely enough, if you have sufficient aperture, those of you maybe who are observing outside, of course, you would all be aware what is going on. But you that there are four objects lined up on one side of Jupiter. So one might think these are the four Galilean moons. However, uh, uh, three of them are Galilean moons, and one of them is not in this view. One of the Galilean moons is not in this view. And where is it? Well, it's hiding behind Jupiter. And I think that's Europa, which is hiding behind Jupiter currently. Yeah, Europa is hiding behind Jupiter currently. By the time it comes out, it is probably Jupiter is going to be way, way low down in the um, sky. And I think by the time Europa emerges, Io is actually going to go behind Jupiter. This is something which keeps happening every day. So, if any of you have telescopes, every day almost there are these. Okay, there is a question from the viewers: why these planets come too close? All right, let's discuss this then. Let's discuss in general about conjunctions. Why is it that these kind of things happen? And today in the morning, there was a wonderful webinar from Calicut Planetarium where they were talking about how you think about runners on a track, and runners on a track, they are running. One may be running faster, one may be running slower. So the faster one at some time will slowly overtake the slower one. Essentially, something like that is what is happening here. We'll take a look at a little more detailed picture of what all is happening in this conjunction in a while, but just keep this in mind that we have Jupiter, which is closer to us, Saturn much further away. Jupiter is therefore brighter and Saturn not so bright, and Jupiter is faster. The Kepler's third law is going to tell you. Okay, so someone wants to know, let me first answer this question. Can you watch it from my terrace with naked eyes? Please go immediately to your terrace and look in the direction southwest. You will see the bright Jupiter easily. Saturn is so close to it that it may almost be like one object. Today, tomorrow, day after, I would request all of you go out and look in the direction southwest. See whether you are seeing Jupiter. Jupiter, you will certainly see. Saturn is very, very close to it, just a little above it. So if you are able to see it, it will be very good. Please report back. And in a way, this is a benchmark that we will have. A benchmark in the sense that these objects have come so close together, and so our eye may not be able to resolve them. In general, I don't know if you have heard, there are these stars. Yeah, you can see that. That is very good. If you can see it separate, Pardeep Sharma, you are saying you are able to see it separate. Southwest direction, if you are able to see it separately. Okay, we are joined in this. Arvind Paranjpe, Director, Nehru Planetarium, Mumbai. Welcome, Arvind. Lovely to see you. I was talking about your topic only.
Oh, thank you so much, Ratna. Thank you so
So
much.
viewers have been asking. Some viewers have perhaps not seen this so far. They were
Yeah,
asking, "Can I see it with naked eye?" I said, "Go out immediately. Go look in southwest direction and tell whether you are able to separate Jupiter and Saturn." So there was
yeah,
one viewer. Let me. I was just checking with him. Pardeep
yeah,
Sharma, you said you can see. Are you able to see Saturn separately? It would be nice if you report back. Of course, we have
yeah,
all the viewers in the Tinmurti Skywatch also who are going to be telling us about this, because it may be a little eyesight dependent, right? Arvind, you want to take on from there?
yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, Ratna, for inviting me. And it's a beautiful weather right now outside here. And something which interesting I found between yesterday and today is that right now I am at 21st floor of a building in Mumbai, and in the southern part of Mumbai. And yesterday I went down very close to the sea level, and I found that being at 21st floor, if I can show you, let's see if I can. No, I can change the camera. I do not. But here, I think I will just turn the camera around so you can see the Mumbai sky or other skyline from here, and that's moon up there. I don't know whether you can see. Yeah, there is moon up there. Okay, and that's the World Trade Center. So, the point I was coming to is that uh, the atmosphere level is so bad in Mumbai here that from here at 21st floor, the sky appeared to be better than what I was seeing yesterday at the seashore. Coming back to the point, friends, we have been talking about Arundhati and Vasishtha, which is a close pair in Ursa Major or Great Bear Saptarishi. And it was once upon a time considered, or rather even now considered as that if you can see the stars separately, then your eyesight is good. And Dr. Ratnashri, as she was telling us, that today they will be so close. So test for our eyes is that if anyone can, any one of you can see Jupiter and Saturn separately, that means one thing is that your eyesight is extremely good, and also human eye can resolve these two planets separately. The reason is that opticians or people who work on what is called the eye, human eye, they tell us that a resolution of eye is better than that. So this is a test which we are trying to carry out. So thank you so much for inviting me. I'm having me here, and hopefully in next 15-20 minutes, if I can see something, I will share with you. So Ratna, you can take it from here. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for calling me.
yeah, yeah. So yes, we will continue the discussions now till 7. We are going to be doing this webcast, and also we can take a look at some of the images. Now the webcast you can see, and Dheeraj, if you are hearing me, maybe we try and even if we get it, get Jupiter and Saturn not so nicely focused, but try to get the moons uh, in between. Initially, we were getting it, and then I saw that you are adjusting. Uh, yeah. Let me just see what is the view we are getting right now. We are getting both Jupiter and Saturn in the view. I don't know. My eyesight isn't too good. I don't know in the view whether we are getting the moons. We got them a little while ago. So, Dheeraj, you can try and see if that adjustment can be done. And I was talking about, yeah, it's there everywhere. There are some questions you can see everywhere in India, everywhere from India, and then hurry up because very soon Jupiter is going to be setting. Can we see without any instruments? Uh, I'll just be back. It's okay. Yeah, that will do.
Okay, I'm here now. I have changed my camera. You can see moon and World Trade Center. And if I see the moment I see Jupiter, at least I will raise an alarm.
Hmm,
I'll
hmm,
tell
hmm.
you. I'm
Yeah.
waiting for that.
Yes, and Nilesh Verma is asking, can we see without any instruments from Mumbai? See if the sky is good. Arvind is trying from Mumbai only, so you should be able to see Jupiter definitely. and Saturn is so close to it, so it will depend on how good your eye is able to resolve. Pardeep has said that he is able to resolve Jupiter and Saturn today. They are at about 0.2 degrees, meaning the angle from Jupiter to our eye and Saturn to our eye is about 0.2 degrees, and tomorrow it is going to be 0.1 degree. So, as a benchmark, moon is about 0.5 degree. If you take your little finger and hold it up, you can cover the moon. It's about 0.5 degree in the sky. So, imagine how close they are in the sky now. And so, yeah, so 0.2 degrees is, I think, as Arvind was saying, is the kind of angular distance between Arundhati and Vashishta, Mizar Alkar. And in general, I mean, I remember in good skies many times, one is able to clearly see them separate. So the fact that today we are able to see it separate is again a kind of like telling us, yes, we could see them separate, Arundhati and Vashishta, right? Maybe once
Yeah.
this, I mean, sometime we'll talk about that. Right now, I don't want to remove the view because many people may be coming in wanting to see the view.
Okay, I
And
can see Jupiter. Sorry, Ratna, I can see Jupiter
yes,
very
please,
clearly from South Mumbai. Absolutely clearly. The time is 6:22.
hmm.
Sorry, I'm breaking
And
it.
no, please do, because there are many viewers from Mumbai. So all of you do go and look in the southwest direction. Jupiter is easy to locate. It's the only bright object out there, low in the sky, just above the horizon, and just a little above Jupiter, you should be able to see Saturn. I'm almost touching it. And tomorrow it's going to come even closer. Tomorrow it may be very, very difficult and perhaps not possible to discern it as a separate object. So that's what this whole excitement is about. There was a question earlier as to why there are these conjunctions. So let me actually show you something. I may not show the full video. This is something which has been done by a student. Let me just, because if I show it as an overlay, the name may not come out. So, the Aditya SP, Grade 6, National Public School, Bangalore. So I am not showing it with screen share because screen share will interfere with the live view. So I'm just going to overlay it for a while and remove it. And so you may not get the full idea of what this video is showing you, but I'm just using it a little bit to give to answer that question which was there. So in this video which was created by a grade 6 student, we start with at one point Jupiter and Saturn appearing in the same direction in the sky, and then Jupiter is moving faster and Saturn is moving slower. Jupiter about 12.9 years and Saturn about 30 years. I never remember the numbers, but that is the kind of value, and that value is there in this video. And so it shows about how many years it's going to take for it to catch up. I'm not showing the full video right now. And so this gives an idea. See, they were at the same place, and then Earth, of course, is the much faster of them, and Jupiter slower than Earth but faster than Saturn. So Earth is going to make many merry rounds, while Jupiter and Saturn has not yet made um, a complete round. And before, in fact, Saturn makes a complete round, they are going to come together about 20 years later. But the position of Earth is going to be different. So this full video is going to go on till they line up in that 20-year cycle. Since people may be looking in for the live view, so I'm right now not showing that fully. But that answers your question in the sense that, like, if you are on this track and if you are going faster, you are going to overtake somebody on the who is going slower. So when the faster planet overtakes the slower planet is the time when this conjunction happens. Now, okay, so yeah, so there are many questions from viewers. The thing is that every 20 years actually this kind of a thing happens for the Jupiter Saturn pair, but not every 20 years it's going to be this close. And in about three of this, which means in about 60 years roughly, it comes back to the same kind of position. And uh, but what you saw the first time The third time, first time if you saw it in the morning, the third time you might see it in the evening, and so on. So six such cycles will actually make it repeat roughly the same. But even so, there are small differences, and so it's very rare for it to be every 100 years this phenomena happens. So this phenomena roughly happens every 20 years, but this kind of close one, and there is no easy periodicity of this kind. It's a little complex periodicity, and if you look back in time, back in 1680 to 83 it was this close, but they were very close to the sun, and therefore that may not have had been seen at all. In 1623 again it was close. The 1623 event was a little different from the 1680 to 83. Maybe we'll discuss later on about what this difference was. And now the next one is going to be 2080. So I hope that answers many of the questions which are there. Let me see if there are any other. So someone wants to know where all it can be seen. Everywhere in India. Hurry up and go and see it. So you can listen to this even later on. Huh? This will be recorded, available. So go out and see that. And then uh, let me just yeah. I think what I would like to do is also, if I add this. Okay, that's going. Huh. So, a few, because our live view is actually not showing us some of the details of the moons and so on. We had a look at last, where were we? Let's just quickly go through some of the images which have come from yesterday, by the way. These are not from today. So that's yeah. So that was Ashish, Hyderabad. We were here, we were in Hyderabad. And so Jupiter, Saturn, and the moons. And once again, it's a trade off, like we have to not overexpose them, then we want the fainter stars. So everybody is playing around with this trade off. This is Bharat from Karnataka. And so here we have the moons and Saturn. This is Niranjan from Mysore. All these are yesterday's views. Niranjan from Mysore. And so we have the moons and Saturn. This is from Bangalore Planetarium yesterday. So here again in the trade-off, so good views of Jupiter and Saturn along with the moons. Here, this is yesterday's view that we have, and so this is from Calicut Planetarium. Manush Bakchi has sent this. So that's Jupiter, moons, and Saturn. And this is we have now gone to east. This is Anand Rai from Darjeeling, also yesterday. Jupiter, Saturn, and the moons. So now let me come back again to our live view. So this is a live view from Delhi, Teenmurti. Uh, uh, yeah. So Ashish Jain, you are able to see both of them here from New Delhi. Okay, that's very good to know. Please take a look at them tomorrow also and day after tomorrow also. With naked eye, whether you are able to see them apart. And so we will try and bring you these views through these. And on 22nd, when we have the webcast, we'll try and put together all the best of the images so that we can look through all of that. So one thing which I was mentioning was that when I look at the simulated view for now, I was mentioning that three of the moons are lined up one side, on the other side there is nothing, and one of the moons is actually behind Jupiter. But very strangely enough, maybe I will show this at some point,
Yeah.
the simulated view, because lined up with it is actually a star. Usually we talk of the four Galilean moons, and we expect that when we look at Jupiter, we should see those four in a line. And okay, Bharat has come in. Welcome, Bharat. Your device is not connected. So your webcam would need to be connected for me to call you into the studio. We had a look at your image from yesterday as well. So if you'll just get your webcam working, I can call you into the studio now.
Can I go
Uh,
for a couple of minutes, about a few minutes?
yes, yes,
I want to
yes,
use
yes.
the same camera for taking
Yeah, sure,
pictures
sure,
of.
sure, sure. Sure,
By the
sure.
way,
So,
friends, Vartha, just one small thing. I am 62 plus a few months, and right now I could see Saturn and Jupiter with my eyes. So I'm feeling extremely elated about this. I just saw Saturn just right at the right place. So I'm feeling great about it. Okay.
okay, lovely, lovely. Okay, so see you back. Okay, so Tausif Alam is asking on which date the magnitude will be. I think what you mean to say is the angular distance, because you have talked about 0 degree 6 arc minute, right? So 6 arc minute is tomorrow. Tomorrow it's going to be 6 arc minute. Today it is more like 12 arc minutes or so. And then again, day after tomorrow, it's again going to go up a little, but not actually better than today. Day after tomorrow, the closeness is going to be better than today. And tomorrow, of course, the best. Now, yeah, Jupiter is brighter than Saturn. Hamza, you want to know Jupiter is brighter than Saturn? Yes, the brightest you see there is Jupiter, and it is natural, right? Jupiter is closer to us than Saturn. Okay, pic of screen magnified. See, currently what is happening is it through a software. Our staff is capturing the view, pointing it towards this. Yeah, now in this view you can see that the moons are also visible, and a little bit of, I mean, you can see the elongated shape of Saturn, and you can see Jupiter. So as I said, it will always be a trade off, and particularly in live views it will be difficult to get more than this. So so this is what you are seeing right now on the screen is the current view from a telescope. Some of the views which I was showing you, they were actually shared from yesterday's images.
Hello.
Okay, so Bharat,
Hello, ma'am.
welcome to this. Yeah,
Thank you.
and
Thank you.
so will you actually? I'll hand over to you. Will you talk to
Okay, ma'am.
people about your experience of observing this? We shared your image a while ago, so right now we'll not
Okay,
share
sure.
the image, but you
Okay,
tell
okay.
people about what you are seeing, what instrument you used, and so on. Okay,
Okay.
I will be back
Okay,
soon.
okay,
I'll
ma'am.
hand over to you.
Sure, sure. Can we show the slides, or I will show them, ma'am?
Okay, so
I can't
the
able to.
thing is,
I'm using my
yeah,
mobile.
because okay, so for now, would it be possible to talk for a while without the views?
Sure,
I did show
sure,
your
sure, sure,
image. I did show your
sure,
image
sure.
from yesterday, so you can refer to it, because
Okay, okay,
I
ma'am.
didn't want to take out the live view. This is the live view coming,
Okay,
no? So I'm able to do only
okay,
one
okay, ma'am.
screen share. Hmm.
Okay, okay. Because I am set up here for the telescope to watch this.
Oh, do
Here you
you
can see
have
the
a live
setup.
view? No, no. Do you have a live view,
Yes,
Bharat?
yes,
So
yes. I will
on your
try, ma'am.
screen.
But yes,
So
yes. But I don't know
you
where.
do one thing then. Hmm? You
Okay,
add your screen share into this. Add your screen share.
okay.
So I will keep switching between the Delhi view and your view.
Sure, sure, sure. Okay. How can I use a back camera, madam? Here, so I cannot get the
Ah,
camera here for mobile.
ah. Okay. So you have a
That.
camera, not a laptop right now, right?
Yes, 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 ma'am. Yes.
So okay, then do
I
one thing. Do one
okay,
thing.
okay,
If you
mm,
are able to do screen share from your device,
okay,
add
okay,
it into this, then we can try
okay.
and put it in. And right now, if you're
Sure,
not
sure,
able
sure.
to do this, what you do is
Okay,
talk about your experience and what you have done, and then send us a
sure, sure,
photograph. So I will
sure,
share
sure,
your
sure,
photograph from today also. Okay,
sure, sure. Exactly, ma'am.
can I hand over to you for a
Thank.
few minutes? I will be back.
Sure, 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 ma'am. Exactly, sure.
So you tell viewers about your experience.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Hello, myself Bharat. I'm from Chamaranagar, Karnataka state. So my experience is about the cost of using crust
Was there
stuff.
a
You can
problem
see here
with
the
the
picture.
sound? Huh? Huh. Yeah. Okay.
So crust stuff. So I'm started measuring. So then day by day it's gone decreasing. So it's very useful, and it's also very knowledgeable things while measuring the distance between the two planets. Because I think this session, I mean not the session this year we say lucky, because we have to see the conjunction. Here you can see in the camera, but it's very hard to analyze. You can see the moon itself here. So it's nice being measured the cross of using my own design. So I got more accurate value. So I tried my level best to get the accurate values. So it's a nice experience. So that's about
Your
it.
telescope, what is the your telescope configuration and so on? And since we showed your image from yesterday,
Yes,
so will you tell
yes, yes,
about
yes.
the telescope and the camera that you have used and what you did?
Ma'am, this is my own. I did my telescope with my own. So I only brought the mirrors. Then I used fixed it by everything with available in nearby market elements. So this is my telescope. So this is my telescope. Hope you can see this. You can see this. Hope. So this is my setup. So I attach here. So you can see this. So to hold the phone for the eyepiece, this is the Dobsonian mount which I made for a moment. So this is my own setup. That's my own telescope which I built to.
Okay, and did you talk about the camera also?
Ma'am, I used the phone camera. So
Ah,
the
lovely.
with phone I didn't use any webcam
Hmm.
and all. So I
But
used my phone
what
camera.
kind of adapter to put it there? Did you talk about that? The
Sure, sure,
adapter.
sure, sure. I did my own adapter, ma'am, using sunboards. So I did my own adapter. I'll show you the. You can see the adapter to hold the phone. So this will hold the phone for here. You can see the eyepiece here. So this is finder scope which I made myself. Finder scope. Then these are the Dobson mount. Dob mount.
Okay,
So this
lovely.
is my setup,
And
ma'am.
yeah, I hope many of the viewers would be inspired to make their own setups for the next event.
Sure,
And
sure.
so that was really nice. And
Thank you, thank you.
so we will be continuing to look at this
Okay.
webcast. But Bharat, whenever,
Okay.
I mean, if you
Oh,
need to leave, that is all right. But if you have any other things to
sure, sure.
add, please
Not
do feel free to add.
sure, sure. I will
Uh-huh.
send the if few minutes. I will
Yeah,
send the
I
photos,
think
ma'am.
that
Yes,
will be better. What you do is
yes, yes.
now don't worry about the webcast, but take a
Okay, okay.
good image and send it for us. So we'll either use it
Sure,
today
sure.
or
I'll
again in tomorrow's webcast.
sure, sure. Just a few minutes, ma'am. I will send you a message
Aram se, aram se.
for images. Okay, okay, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. Concentrate
Okay.
on the imaging. Okay. Thanks very
Sure,
much.
sure, sure, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I will do. Thank
Bye. Huh.
you. Bye, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. See you again later soon. Okay. So, all right. So somebody is saying that very dim Jupiter. Yeah, what to do from Delhi? Mars is there a little high up, and you can see it's relatively brighter. So Mars you can see. Oh, all right. So now, what I will do is, so we are continuing to see this view from Delhi. Maybe some people will join us soon and give us live feed from other locations as well. I am expecting from Pune around 6:45. So we may get live feed from Pune around 6:45. And so the people who are asking about planets, even Uranus is there close to Mars. But then, of course, you would need. So for naked eye view, take a look at Mars, almost overhead, which is there. Okay, so that is it. And for those of you who have just come in for the first time to look at such celestial views, I want to tell you that there are a lot of resources available. Firstly, when you want to do something, uh, yes, yes, Shreya, Mars was very beautiful in August because it was at that time it was in opposition. So that brings me again to a little bit. Let me talk about this conjunction. What is happening here is that Jupiter and Saturn are now, there is this conjunction, which means they're appearing close together in the sky. They're not only appearing close together in the sky, they're also close to the sun in the sky. So when these outer planets are close to the sun in the sky, they are not so bright. When they are opposite from the sun in the sky, as Mars was in August and these two planets in summer, they were opposite. Um, Hello,
Yes,
Jayant Ganguly from Calicut Planetarium, and I started off today's discussion by mentioning your analogy of runners on a track when someone was asking what's happening in the conjunction. So please do join us and help people get an
Yeah,
idea
yeah,
about this.
yeah,
So someone, I mean, I was just talking a little bit about oppositions and conjunctions. Someone was saying Mars was so beautiful in August. So at opposition, the fact that planets are brighter, and if you will draw a circuit kind of orbits of the sun, you will see that when sun and Earth, and if you have the outer planets on the other side, they are closer to the Earth than if Earth were on the opposite side of the sun. So that is what is happening now. They are much further away. That's why Jupiter and Saturn not so bright. And one question I'll answer, JNG, and then I'll hand over to you. Someone is asking why they look like stars in the telescope. They, they you can see them in small disc-like shape. Normally, they look like stars, and you have heard classically people say that uh, that stars twinkle, planets don't, because planets are closer to us, so they are actually slightly extended objects. And so light, even if like because of atmosphere disturbance from star, like it's a point like light source, so something kicks it out of our way, atmospheric disturbance, and then we don't see it, we see it. This is the twinkling. But because planets are extended objects, something kicks it outer, and then another part of the planet kicks the light in, and so we see the planet not to twinkle. However, when they are low down in the horizon, as Jupiter is now, Saturn, of course, very difficult to see. Anyway, we will see a mild twinkling, even so. Okay. So there is a question, JNG, why are they so close today only? You want to take that? I'll mute my mic.
yeah. What is the question?
Uh, yeah, why are the planets so close today only? Actually, they are closest tomorrow. And someone
Yeah,
also wants to know what other planets can we see right now. I was mentioning no Mars, even Uranus, but naked eye you will see Mars,
yeah,
or
yeah, yeah,
direction little bit overhead kind of a thing. So
yeah,
about the conjunction, you want to talk about it? Conjunction,
yeah,
JNG?
yeah. I'll just say that since why they are so close and how it is according to as the analogy has already been explained to you. What happens is that all these planets are moving around the sun. So they are moving around at particular speeds, which is fixed by certain planetary laws, like Kepler's laws of planetary motion. So as they move around, what happens is that during the course of their journey, certain times they align because this Jupiter, like athletes moving in different tracks. At certain times they align and they cross over. So in this way, actually, planets start aligning, and this alignment is actually when it is seen in the same side. Both the planets are seen in the same side. It is called a conjugation, and as it aligns, sometimes what happens is that plane of alignment is close to the ecliptic. Then we see a better overlap, so that one is just eclipsing, obstructing the view of the other. So that is a perfect alignment. That is not this time. This time also we have a zero point 0.6 arc minute difference. So at its peak, that is tomorrow at around 10:50 p.m., which we will not see because both the planets together they set at around 8:20 as far as Calicut is concerned, and in upper latitude actually it sets much earlier. So I think this answers the question why they are seeing closer to each other as seen from the Earth. Is it clear? Is
And
it?
someone is asking, yeah, I think, yeah, that, no, yeah, someone is asking about Venus. Venus is more in the morning side now.
Yeah,
So, Venus sometimes can be seen in the evening too. While ago it was there, it is now in the morning side. And okay, we'll just let you know when again we can see it in the evening. It's something really beautifully bright. Like
yeah.
only Jupiter, when it is at opposition, it can compete with Venus when Venus is not at its brightest. So we'll just let you know when Venus can be seen in the evening. And again, somebody's asked, okay, so what happened? The planetarium webcast, we have lost it, but it will come back. So meanwhile, when people are asking about what can be seen, maybe we'll take a look at the simulated view in the sky until the planetarium webcast comes back. So let me just share that. Okay. And then let me just check what other questions are there. Okay, can I see Jupiter again? Hamza, yes, tomorrow evening again. Just be ready immediately after sunset. you go and try to look at it, and Saturn is going to be close to you. And Arav Jain, okay, since you have been asking so many times about what other planet, Mars, I was telling you, is high up in the sky. So see here from any direction high up, but you see here southeast direction a little high up in the sky. And here are our planets of interest. So Uranus is there, but with you'll need a telescope for that. So and then maybe I'll move to morning here, and then we'll take a look at what's happening to Venus. Okay. So there. So it's coming up just a little bit before sunrise. You should be able to see Venus. All right. So that's to all of you who have been asking about um, the planets. JNG, I showed the image from your location to the one which Manoj
Yeah,
had
yeah,
shared.
yeah. Just now we have
So,
seen also. Just now I saw
huh,
it.
huh,
It is seen as a two distinct. I can resolve from my unaided eye as two distinct objects
huh.
from our center as well as from beach. And with a telescope 25x and all, it is quite far apart. So it was good. Just now I with our 6-inch and 11-inch. Just now I saw it and I joined this meeting. So it is
Yes,
still
yes.
you can
Thank you
appreciate the
for coming.
separation. Yeah.
So, yeah, and even Arvind was saying that he is able to. My eyesight is so bad that even a few days back I was having trouble discerning. Now, what direction is Mars? I showed it. No, just now, Alisha, I showed the whole map. And from southeast direction, look high up in the sky. You should be able to see Mars. That's very bright out there now. So, in Delhi, there is a bright star with small dot. Okay, Shanki Kumar, were you looking in the southwest direction then? If you are looking in the southwest direction, then you may have had, because you are saying that you see a star with a small dot. So maybe you are seeing Jupiter and Saturn. So let's again, these are all the views we had from yesterday. So this is Jayanji, this is your
Yeah,
view
yeah,
from your
yeah, yeah.
planetarium.
Yes, yes, yes.
And this is from Bangalore Planetarium. So where again the light intake was lowered so that the features Jupiter and Saturn came out clearly. And here Niranjan from Mysore and Bharat from Karnataka, he was here with us a while ago. This is his image. And Ashish from Hyderabad, once again in that trade off. And perhaps here these are stacked images. So, so much clarity in Jupiter and
Yeah,
Saturn,
yeah,
which is
yeah.
here.
Yes.
And Anand Yellurkar from Pune. And from NCSM Mumbai, from Jaipur, from Leh, and from Delhi. These are all views which were there yesterday from yesterday. And we had the live view from planetarium for quite some time, but now we have lost it. So maybe there was some network issue there. I see in the view from the Timothy. So very, very soon we should be having the live view. And okay, someone is asking JV whether it's okay to see both of them. See, planets and stars, you can see them all the time. There's simply no problem. Not like this. Well, sun is a star, but it's so close to us. Therefore, it's dangerous to look at it directly. But stars, you can see. Moon, a full moon, and if you use a powerful telescope, it is better to have moon filters. Arvind is also back with us.
Yeah.
So, Arvind, what news from Bombay?
Um,
So,
as I said some time ago, that people who are close to seashore at our sea level, they could not see. But those who are above the ground level, like I am at now 22nd floor, and it was amazingly beautiful. I mean, I could see Saturn and Jupiter. I also got some SMSs from Pune, and they said that they could see it together. And one person actually said that okay, Saturn is at 1 o'clock position, so which confirms that they have spotted it right. So yes, so human eye can resolve better than Arundhati and Vasishtha.
I've just got a photograph from Bharat,
Yeah.
and so I'll just put that into because that's today's image. Let
Yeah.
me, yeah. So even JNG was saying, Arvind, that he could resolve it easily.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah, I could
So
resolve.
yeah, yeah, Jan could resolve.
Yeah, yeah.
And what I also noticed is that ground level fog and ground level smog is more important than actually. I mean, like if you go over to something like 30, 40 meters above, the sky might be better. You might be better off from there, is
Yeah.
what I noticed. Yeah.
Hmm.
But Mumbai is bad. Mumbai is extremely bad. From here, if I try to show you now, my camera won't do that. But if I try to show you, it's too much of a fog at some 10 floors below. Uh, Sky is dusty and bad.
Okay, so we had a look at Bharat's image, right?
Yeah.
From yesterday, he had shared this image yesterday, and today's image he has shared again. It's a little overexposed, but we have Saturn and Jupiter, and the moons. Somewhat, this must be some artifact. And so I'm just waiting for some more images from today to come in. But we had a look at all. Yesterday's images, right? So I'm just trying to see what all images are being shared by people from all around the country. We went through the whole country with yesterday's images, so we let's try and do what we can now, else in tomorrow's session we will have them. So Ashish has joined us. Ashish, welcome.
Hello, ma'am.
And
Good evening.
hello. So let me put your image from yesterday here, and then yeah, that's your image. I've put your image from yesterday. And
Oh, wow.
do you have a live feed now, Ashish?
Yes, ma'am. I'm trying live feed from
We
18-inch top
just
zone here.
lost. Great. We just lost our live feed from Delhi. We had it till now, and maybe
Okay.
it will come back. But if you, what you can do, are you there with a laptop?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
In that case, you do your screen share, and I will kind of switch between Delhi and Hyderabad for the
Sure,
live
ma'am.
views.
Sure. Sure.
So
Just give me a
right now
couple
we
of
have,
minutes, ma'am.
yeah,
I
sure.
will check it.
And let me also check what's whether we have got the Delhi live feedback. And so, uh, all right. What is the sky like in Calicut? You said, is it?
Yeah, yeah,
It's
it
not
is. It
clear.
is at low altitude. There are clouds there above the sea level, means above the horizon. There are clouds, some clouds, so you can't see. But up till now, you can see. Once it becomes like dark, 6:20, we could see it. But once it goes down again, it becomes difficult because the clouds are there. So I hope
Yeah.
tomorrow there is
Huh.
no cloud, so that we can see more.
Yes. So, Ashish, your image of yesterday's, it was stacked. No, you are muted. Okay, I think you are working with your system, no? So I won't disturb
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yes, ma'am. It was a stacked image.
So yeah, let me not disturb you because I think you are trying to give us a live feed. So please go ahead. Go ahead. Okay, there is a question for you though, Atish. Because someone is asking how are Jupiter and Saturn so clear in the Hyderabad picture? See, when we were looking at the live feed, it's like video which is coming instantaneous. But Ashish image was by Ashish. You want to rather than my talk about what you did, you want to tell somebody is asking why is it so clear? The features so clear, or if you
So,
are working on giving it, then I will speak for you. What do you prefer?
I can explain, ma'am, first, and then I.
Coming from you will be better. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah. So, actually, very good question, whoever asked. So, basically, the Saturn magnitude is very less in comparison to the Jupiter. So, if you try to pull out the Jupiter details, then Saturn will not be, Saturn will not come out, will not pop up as much as Jupiter will. So, if you want Saturn rings to pop up, then Jupiter will get overexposed. So if you want all these three things, including Jupiter moons, if you want all these three things to come together, you have to take multiple exposures. One can be for Jupiter, and one can be for Jupiter's moon, and then another will be for Saturn rings. And then when you get all these things, you stack all of you record a few minutes of picture of Jupiter and Saturn, and then moons. Then you stack in multiple softwares. Later you can blend them in software like Photoshop, or etc., then yeah, that way you can work it out and get all these three details in a single frame.
Okay, so we have one more image from Bharat, and so this is single one. So where you will see that, but less overexposed than the earlier one. So let me just see where is his previous image. Yeah, so I will just try and add it here so that we can all see. Mm, and Ashish will leave you free to try for the live feed. Yeah, so there it is. So you see, now there is so much difference between all these different ones. The live feed, we are just taking instantaneous. Here we are having images which are kind of having a little maybe sometimes more exposure, so everything gets exposed. Sometimes maybe a little less there, so you don't get it so overexposed. But if you are going less, then you are not seeing the other details, as Ashish was saying. So then some kind of a mix and match is what Ashish was adopting, so that you get all of them. Oh, Arvind is not there.
I'm here. I'm
Okay,
here.
Arvind. Yeah, 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 yeah. So,
So the pictures which I took right today. I'm a photograph of photograph. So somewhere here, this is that's a World Trade Center. So no, it is not in focus. So anyway, it's not worth spending time on, I suppose.
so
Where I could see.
I'm just right. Where-
Ma'am, can you see my screen?
You do share screen. Let me remove my
Okay,
share
ma'am.
screen. Yeah, you add your share screen, and I will put it into the. Yeah, I think yeah, yours has come. Lovely. Okay, so now let's. So f- we are actually going to do it for a few minutes. We are going to keep to your live. Okay, so that's lovely, Ashish.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you for giving us this live feed. And so your plans are for
Ma'am,
tomorrow. Tomorrow, you probably don't want to come in and do this and not get disturbed, probably, right?
I'll try to do that, ma'am.
Yeah, if you are able to come in, I'll send you the link. If you are able to come in, do. Sachin. Oh, Sachin Kumar. So, hello. Okay. Who is it? All right. So, I don't know. Someone had come in. I thought maybe they had a view, live view, or something of that kind. So, but they're not there now. Uh, hmm. So, we'll continue this till we end the webcast. That's lovely that we have this view. Just in a few more, in a minute or so, we will end this. So, then we can free you, Ashish.
Yes,
Tomorrow,
ma'am. Sure,
what
sure.
happens is, if you are free, do come in because it's lovely to have this live view.
Sure, ma'am. It will be my pleasure.
Ratna, I
So,
just have a question for him.
yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Can you do one thing? Can you reduce the exposure and see whether we can take a look at Jupiter's band and see whether the satellite is transiting on the surface of Jupiter? Because there is one event expected It is transiting on, that is, I think Europa is transiting. So if you can
Mm-hmm.
reduce the, do you see
No,
Europa's
no,
shadow?
isn't Europa behind Jupiter now?
I think it is it was transiting, so it means it must be on the surface now.
But actually, its emergence is closer to 7:30.
That is exiting. Egress is at 7:30,
Hmm.
20 or so,
And
whatever.
also in live view, will we get? Of course, if we increase, yeah, maybe the egress could be. But I think the time isn't right, Arvind. Let me just check. Here in Hyderabad, no,
Yeah, yeah, and it's
we'll do
still
that
low
and then we
even
will.
for Hyderabad.
Hmm.
Hmm. And it is jumping, so it may be difficult to spot. Could you see? Could you
That,
see shadow of the moon with naked eye there?
no, actually, no, because
No.
the sky is little bit hazy at that side.
Okay, okay. And your image is also jumping. So if it was stationary, maybe you would have seen it.
Right. Actually, I'm doing hand tracking. So,
Oh boy, you are amazing then. You are fantastic with hand tracking. I never expected someone to track it so accurately.
thank you.
Beautiful.
Thanks a lot.
So I'm just quickly trying to check for live view now from Hyderabad. No, Europa is still quite some distance from coming out.
Ah, it is what 7:40 or something. I was, if I remember. I'll just check.
Huh. So we are still some distance away.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll
So
send.
all
I'll.
right. Uh, I think we
Okay.
probably are not. But Ashish, if you will just because we will be exiting this webcast sometime now soon. But if you
Mm-hmm.
could just look up for this Europa's emergence, and maybe
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
see what
sure, ma'am.
effects are there tomorrow. So for your location, the oh no, emergence is actually set 13 minutes past 7.
I have the data which says 1912. Europa is transiting Jupiter's
Huh,
disk.
huh, huh,
Egress is at
huh, huh.
1912:24.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we
Actually,
probably are going to.
it
Sachin
must
Kumar,
be
did you have any images
so
or live
close that
views
you'll
or
find it
to
difficult
share?
to actually spot it also.
Uh, do you have any images or live view to share? Sachin Kumar, perhaps what you could do is send it to us because today's session we are ending now.
Yeah.
It's a great
So,
moment to see them together.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
indeed.
Yeah, it's something like all of us who are interested in astronomy from childhood till now, we keep kind of longing to see such views. And so I
Right.
hope everyone has enjoyed. And Ashish, yeah, thanks for making it available for so many people to see.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It's my pleasure.
Shall we end this session now? But Ashish, you will keep an eye out for Europa.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, ma'am. Definitely.
Okay. So,
Thank you so
Arvind,
much, Ratna.
shall
Thanks a
we call
lot.
it a day? Huh? And Jayant ji, thank you for
Yeah,
coming in.
yeah, yeah.
We are going to end,
Thanks,
huh?
thanks.
Okay, so there was just one question. Let me just answer that. Somebody is asking, what do you mean by Europa transiting Jupiter? So, see, this is the planet Jupiter. There are moons going around this planet. Okay, there is a bit of a sound thing. Let me just, yeah. So, planet Jupiter and moons are going around it. Oh, there is still an echo. So sometimes moon of Jupiter can go behind Jupiter. So then we say it's occulted. Sometimes it can come in front of Jupiter. So then we call that transit. So Europa is a moon of Jupiter and it is transiting in front of Jupiter now. And just in a few minutes it will emerge from behind Jupiter. These events keep happening regularly. So they are not any very rare events, but you'll need a telescope to be able to see them. Okay, so thank you everyone, and we are ending the broadcast now.